Hello there. Welcome to Bedtime Voyages studio channel. Tonight, we're going somewhere quiet. Somewhere high up, above the noise of the world, where the air is thin and cool, and the sky opens wide like a dark blue ocean turned upside down. We're going to an observatory, tucked into the shoulder of an old mountain, far from any city lights. You're sitting in the passenger seat of a small, dusty car. Windows cracked just slightly, letting in the scent of pine and cold stone. The road began as pavement, smooth and grey, but somewhere behind you it turned to gravel. And now the tires make a soft, steady crunch beneath you. A rhythm, almost like a heartbeat. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Slow. The headlights carve two pale cones through the darkness ahead, catching the edges of tall pine trees that lean in close on either side of the road, their branches occasionally brushing against the roof of the car with a whisper of a sound. You don't need to know exactly where you are. You don't need to check a map or a clock. All you need to do is settle back into the seat, feel its worn fabric against your shoulders, and let the drive carry you upward. The road curves gently, again and again, following the natural fold of the mountain. Each turn reveals a little more sky above the tree line, a deepening navy blue, scattered with the first faint points of starlight. You watch them appear, one by one, like someone slowly turning up a dimmer switch on a string of impossibly tiny lights. There's a thermos in the cup holder beside you, still warm. If you like, you can imagine unscrewing the cap and letting a curl of steam rise into the cool cabin air, carrying the scent of chamomile tea, or perhaps something a little more spiced, like cinnamon and clove. You don't have to drink it yet. Just knowing it's there, warm and waiting, is enough for now. The engine hums low and steady, a mechanical purr that blends with the crunch of gravel and the occasional creak of the old suspension over a bump in the road. Somewhere far ahead, past another bend, past another stretch of leaning pines, there's a structure waiting for you. A white dome, round and smooth, sitting quietly on the mountain. You don't feel any hurry to get there. The drive itself is part of the evening, a slow unwinding, minute by minute, mile by mile, of everything that happened today. Whatever thoughts followed you into the car, you can let them drift out through the cracked window now, carried away by the cool. The road straightens for a moment, running along a ridge, and through gaps in the trees you catch a glimpse of the valley falling away below, dotted with a few scattered lights from distant farmhouses, small as fallen stars. Somewhere down there, life continues in its ordinary way. Porch lights glowing, a dog barking softly, someone closing a window for the night. But up here, everything feels different. Slower, quieter, as if the mountain itself has agreed to hold its breath for the evening. You notice the temperature dropping slightly as the car climbs. The kind of cool that makes you want to pull a blanket a little higher or tuck your hands into the sleeves of a sweater. The dashboard lights glow a soft amber, the only warm color in the car, besides your own breath fogging faintly against the cold glass when you lean close to look out. A few more curves, a few more crunches of gravel beneath the tires. You pass a wooden sign, half covered in lichen, with an arrow pointing further up the mountain. The paint on the sign has faded, the letters barely visible in the sweep of the headlights, but you don't need to read it. You already know where you're going. The pines begin to thin out, replaced by low shrubs and bare granite outcroppings that catch the moonlight in silver-grey patches. The road narrows just slightly here, and the car slows its pace naturally, easing over loose stones with a gentle rocking motion, side to side, like a boat drifting on calm water. You feel your eyelids growing heavy, just a little, lulled by the motion, by the hum of the engine, by the steady rhythm of the drive. There's nothing to do right now but exist inside this moment. The cool air, the scent of pine, the distant stars multiplying overhead with every passing minute, the promise of a warm dome and a kind old astronomer waiting at the top. The car rounds one final bend, and there, rising against the night sky, you see it for the first time, a pale, rounded dome, glowing faintly under the moonlight, perched at the very top of the mountain, like something out of an old, gentle dream. You're almost there. Somewhere past the halfway point of the drive, the road dips briefly into a shallow valley, and the trees part just enough to reveal the dark shape of an old stone mill, its wheel long since stilled, standing quiet sentinel beside a narrow creek that catches the moonlight in scattered silver ripples. You slow instinctively, though there's no need. No other cars share this road tonight. No need to yield or watch for anything but the winding gravel ahead. Still, something about the old mill draws your eye, its dark windows like patient, half-closed eyes, its walls softened at the edges by decades of moss and ivy. A low wooden bridge carries the road across the creek, the tires drumming softly over its planks in a slow, steady rhythm. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Each beam passing beneath you like the ticking of some enormous, patient clock. On the far side, the road begins its climb again, curving gently back into the trees, leaving the old mill and its quiet creek behind. You settle back into your seat, the sound of running water still lingering pleasantly in your ears, even as it fades behind you, replaced once more by the steady crunch of gravel and the low, comforting hum of the engine. The night outside grows darker again as the trees close back in overhead, but the sky, glimpsed now and then through gaps in the branches, continues to deepen into that same rich, star-scattered navy you noticed earlier, more stars revealing themselves with every passing minute. There's still a little further to climb,
you don't mind. The drive itself has become its own kind of rest, each mile a slow unspooling of tension, each curve in the road carrying you a little further from the busy hours of the day and a little closer to the quiet, patient mountain waiting above. The car slows to a gentle stop just before a low iron gate, its bars rusted in soft patches of orange and brown, half covered by climbing ivy that has wound itself around the metal over what must have been many, many years. A small lantern hangs from a wooden post beside the gate, its flame, or perhaps it's an old electric bulb shaped like a flame, flickering steadily, casting a warm amber glow over the gravel path beyond. You step out of the car, and the cold mountain air wraps around you immediately, crisp and clean, carrying the scent of damp earth and pine needles and something faintly mineral, like stone that has been cooling all day and is only now beginning to release its warmth into the night. Your shoes crunch softly against the gravel as you take a few slow steps toward the gate. Above you, freed now from the branches and windows of the car, the sky reveals itself fully for the first time. It's vast, impossibly vast, a deep, endless black, scattered generously with stars. More stars than you've perhaps seen in a very long time, if ever. There's no glow of city lights here to wash them out, no haze of pollution to dim their light. Just pure, dark sky, and thousands upon thousands of tiny, patient points of light. You pause for a moment at the gate, one hand resting on the cool iron bar, and simply look up. It's the kind of sky that makes you feel small in the gentlest possible way. Not insignificant, but rather connected to something enormous and old and endlessly quiet. The gate creaks open with a soft metallic sigh when you push against it, the sound echoing faintly into the still night air. Beyond it, a gravel path winds upward through a small garden of hardy mountain plants, low junipers, tufts of silver-green sage, a few late-blooming wildflowers closed up for the night, their petals folded in like small hands at rest. As you walk, you notice string lights woven along the low garden wall, each bulb glowing a soft, warm yellow, like a trail of fireflies caught mid-flight. They're not bright enough to compete with the stars above. They simply guide your feet gently along the path, one soft pool of light at a time. The path curves around a cluster of tall grasses that sway faintly in a breeze you can barely feel, more felt than heard, a whisper against your ankles. Somewhere nearby, a small stream trickles over stones, its sound so faint and steady that it almost blends into silence itself, a kind of background hush that makes the quiet feel even quieter. Ahead, the dome grows larger with every step, its curved white surface catching the moonlight in a soft, pearlescent glow. It's larger than it seemed from the road, a real structure, solid and old, built from stone at its base and topped with a rounded metal dome that you can now see has a long, narrow slit running along one side, currently closed, like a great eye not yet opened. Beside the dome, connected by a short, covered walkway, sits a smaller building, a cozy stone cottage with a peaked roof
and warm light glowing from its windows. Smoke curls gently from a chimney at one end, carrying with it the faint, comforting scent of burning wood, cedar perhaps, mixed with something like old books and coffee. You climb 3 worn stone steps to reach the cottage door, your hand finding the round brass doorknob, cool and slightly weathered beneath your fingers. Before you even knock, the door opens. Standing in the doorway is an old man, tall but slightly stooped with age, wearing a thick knitted cardigan the color of moss over a flannel shirt rolled up at the sleeves. His hair is white and a little wild, as though he's been running his fingers through it while thinking, and his eyes, when they meet yours, are a pale, clear grey, the colour of a sky just before dawn.
"Ah," he says, his voice low and warm, unhurried, like a man who has never once in his life felt the need to rush. "You made it up the mountain just in time. Come in before the cold follows you inside." He steps back, holding the door open, and you step through into a small entryway that smells of wood smoke and old paper, and something faintly sweet, like dried apples or cinnamon. He closes the door behind you with a soft click, shutting out the mountain wind, though you can still hear it, very faintly, brushing against the outer walls.